Don't nobody speak to me no more. I wanna hear, but can't hear you when you call. Whatever it is, it's bringing me to boiling point. Hot and cold, wet and warm. Hot and cold. Let's just make one thing we can all have when it all crumbles down. Now I hear you talking some nonsense, and I know it
dream. I'm about to see. Make your body sway. Socialize. Get down. Let your soul lead the way. Shake it now. Go, ladies. It's a living dream. Love, life, live.
Brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Our featured matchup tonight in Chicago, where the Bulls will be going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And looking at the Cavaliers, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. So Kevin Love, on the move, what does he bring a team?
Well, Kevin Love can rebound for an entire team, Ernie. Kevin Love can also create offense with just his passing alone. I like it because he's unique. His ability to stretch the defense from long range, he shoots, his stroke, oh my God, is beautiful. He opens things up because he can also draw a double team. This guy's a fabulous player.
And absolutely a double-double machine. Almost game time. Let's go courtside with Kevin Harlan.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr will provide the analysis. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Cleveland, Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Varejao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. It's deflected. Nails the baby hook.
How about that nice 1-2 punch there, guys? Great defensive play, and, of course, it leads to the great basket in transition.
Love the attacking style there, Steve.
Well, Kevin Durant, last season's MVP, but LeBron James has won 4 in the last 6 seasons. He's one of only 5 players to ever win that many, and you can bet he'd love to win a few more.
Chicago on defense. Irving drives in. He feeds it to Love. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
That was embarrassing. Joakim Noah, one of the great effort players in the NBA. His energy and mobility enable him to make his impact felt all over the court.
Boy, you talk about Noah's energy and hustle. His offensive rebounding is a huge plus for their offense, and his speed in transition creates problems for the opposing big men as well.
Now, here is Irving. And there's the pass to Varejao. Gasol with the steal. Rose with the ball. Guarded now by Irving.
Looky here. How about that one? That play. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook for future reference.
Perfectly done. He put it on a platter for him.
He
Gosh,
sure
that was
did.
neat.
And how about the touch on the finish, too? That was really nicely done.
The shot misses. Great defense that time from Noah. At the defensive end, Steve, Noah is a key player.
Yeah, last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Kevin. It gives you rebounds, blocks, steals, but what impresses me the most is his ability to guard on the perimeter against screen and roll. When he switches out onto point guards, he's unmatched in that category.
For Cleveland, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. LeBron outside. Back to Irving. Rebound by Butler.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
The Cavaliers shooting to start out this game about 43%. The drive by James. Got that one up quick. James has got his second bucket of the game to go.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
Rose against Irving. Rose up on top. And the Bulls get it back. Here's Gasol. Good on the shot. Gasol's got his first bucket in this one.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there. The Cavs just never really built any consistency last year for long stretches. And, you know, when that happens, it's hard to get wins away from home.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
Cleveland, as you said, struggling on the road last year. Only 14 road wins. That's not going to cut it. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Rose. And it's sent back by Irving. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Cloak loose. Shot clock at 6. Raiders on the wing. A shot. And that one's on target from the wing. Well, a big part of the problem for Cleveland last year was talent on the roster, so you can assume things will be different. Clark on the road for him this season.
Things are going to be different in a lot of ways as long as LeBron is leading the way. And they'll be on the same page. He'll make sure of that. So look for a lot different outcomes in Cleveland.
Here's James. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Varejao dishes to Irving. Outside Irving. A rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got his third rebound on the night.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
That gives them the lead. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. McDermott's checked in for Dunleavy. And Tony Snell subbed in for Butler. The Bulls have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong. Taj Gibson, in his 6th season now in the NBA, he's in the prime of his career at 29 years old. Last season, he upped his scoring rate and averaged double digits for the first time in his career.
Here's Dellavedova. And he drops it in from the low post. Dellavedova's got his first bucket of the night.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
And for Gibson, becoming more efficient. More free throw attempts, And a big leap, guys, in his free throw percentage. Steve cracking 70% from the line for the first time.
It was by far his best performance offensively, Kevin. He came into his own in terms of his post play, his aggressiveness. I think he just believed in his own mind and his own heart that he was now a good offensive player. And that's the case, no question.
41 seconds left in the first quarter. Lucas inside. And here's Miller looking for his first basket still in this one. And he gets it to go. Chicago leading. Heinrich kicks to Gibson.
What a beautiful pass to set that one up.
The pass might have been pretty, but the finish, I thought, Clark, angry.
That's a heck of a combination. Pretty pass and an angry punch.
I would call it an irate finish even.
Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Heinrich. And it's Dellavedova missing.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
They grab their own miss. Here's Mirotic, and he trains the three, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And a good job by the officials getting together and going to the replay. I mean, remember how frustrating it was before the rule was implemented to see a replay of an easily correctable call?
Yeah, I think the straw that finally broke the camel's back, Clark, was in the 2002 Western Conference Finals. Remember the Lakers beat the Kings by 1 point in that critical Game 4, and that came after LA was awarded a three-pointer at halftime that was clearly after the buzzer.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Now the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done two things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscle down low.
Rose and Snell teaming up in the backcourt. McDermott is out there, Mirotic, and it's Gibson in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Marion, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than the layups. Sean Marion, with 15 years in the NBA, a very good 15 years, basically talked about retiring even though he was still playing well at the conclusion of last season. Although I guess he did have a change of heart.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Mirotic. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Tony Snell.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. It's Butler that time on the assist by Gibson. And now an 8-point Bulls lead.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
And Marion, a 4-time All-Star, one of the most athletic and versatile players in league history. Still an excellent role player, even after all these years.
Bulls making a switch here. Bentley is checked in. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Cleveland. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball and finished off by LeBron.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam?
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above.
And Marion has made a good chunk of change over his career. A lot of money. He said he wanted to walk away while he could still walk.
Yeah, well, he can't walk, and his game certainly could still walk and talk. An excellent defender, an energy player, a stat sheet stuffer. I'm quite pleased that he hasn't decided to hang him up yet.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, you have to admire Dion Waiters' confidence as he feels he's going to be the next great shooting guard, not shy to proclaim himself as the next in line. Waiters saying, I really believe that I'll eventually be the best shooting guard in the NBA. This year I'm going to show a lot of people who doubted me and still doubt me. I'm going to show them. Can't wait to watch, guys.
Well, Doris, confidence so key in this league. Thanks.
Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing.
You think? I mean, come on now. Doesn't he realize there's a game going on here?
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
And it's blocked by Noah.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped.
Oh! Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. And during the timeout, both coaches getting a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game, along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. And so important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch. Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Rose goes in. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Well, what was supposed to be the triumphant return for Derrick Rose a year ago quickly turned into another nightmare season. Finally returning from that torn ACL in the 2012 playoffs, he managed only 10 games before tearing the meniscus in his other knee. Just devastating. We obviously hope that Rose can come back and put in a full season.
Here's Irving. Here's Love. Right side Irving. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And James gets it to go.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
And it's Rose penetrating. Now the feed to Gasol. Against the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Irving double team. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Guys, that's his fourth giveaway. He really needs to be more efficient with the ball in his hands.
Chicago making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Noah. And it's Heinrich in for Rose. Irving kicks to Varejao. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
The Bulls leading by 9. Heinrich passes to Mirotic. Back to Heinrich. Heinrich, right side. Pass to Dunleavy. Heinrich kicks to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gasol, and it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Gasol's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Irving, money from the wing. Irving's got 8.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Heinrich dishes to Mirotic. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Varejao can't hit.
Nice little lead they're enjoying here, and they deserve it with all the work they put in on the glass.
Yeah, big margin for them in the rebounding department. They've completely dominated the boards here.
Butler attacking. Mirotic, the pass to Butler. Outside for Gasol. The shot misses, and Cleveland will come the other way. Waiters dishes to James. Outside Irving. There's the triple. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Waiters. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Now just a 4-point Bulls lead.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
Heinrich kicks to Butler. Back to Heinrich. And we're through 2.
Kevin, I'm here with Coach Tom Thibodeau. And, Coach, in this kind of a matchup against this team, how important is keeping control of the ball and limiting turnovers?
It's huge. Live ball turnovers, if you put them in the open floor, they're very difficult to stop. But we got to play some defense. We're not playing any defense right now.
Tom, thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Take a look at what Irving's done. He's got 11 points and a steal. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
Yeah, it's really been something, Clark. The energy that he's brought. He's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and first guy back defensively as well.
On the court for Cleveland, Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Varejao in at the center position. And a wide open look for Irving. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Kyrie Irving 3 seasons ago was the only rookie in NBA history to shoot as well as he did from the three-pointers, the field, and the free throw line. There's no question about it. He is an elite shooter.
A nice shot by Gasol.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and you know that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Rose. And that one's good, Irving.
And Irving, super skilled, one of the league's best shooters, and he'd make a strong case for being the league's most elusive ball handler as well. Seems to get by his man pretty much at will.
Pass to Dunleavy. Bulls moving the ball around. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. No good on the triple.
And they've been off target now on 3 of the first 4 shots they've taken in this second half.
And Irving super quick with the ball in his hands. And when he gets to the basket, a master using spin and English to convert.
And Kevin, you know, the story is that growing up, the hoop in his yard had a big part of the backboard broken off on the right side, so he had to learn that spin in English in order to bank it in.
I like that story.
Necessity is the mother of creation.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, the Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau, known as one of the most demanding coaches in all the NBA, he said the teams that are special always play with a rare intensity. That's just how championship caliber teams play. He added, I don't think you really feel pressure if you're putting everything you have into each and every day. Sound strategy, Kevin.
He's one of the best getting that kind of effort from his players, Doris. Thank you. It's rebounded by Noah.
Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
Rose attacking.
Derrick Rose, the 2011 MVP, but major injuries to his knees have cost him most of the last 2 seasons. Only time will tell if he's able to reclaim that elite status in the NBA.
And you recall Derrick Rose had some knee issues at Memphis as well.
Yeah, nothing nearly as serious as what he's encountered recently. But hey, he's only 26. Even if he doesn't win another MVP, I think he's still got a good chance to be an impact player, a high-level impact player, even an all-star. going forward.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Verejao. Marion comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. James outside. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Not much doubt about that over the back call.
Yeah, he was all over his back that time. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride.
Bulls making a switch here. Snell's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here too. Miller's checked in. Snell kicks to McDermott. All alone. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
Chicago shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Well, you know, Taj Gibson was the 26th pick back in 2009 coming out of USC. And, boy, what a get for the Bulls. He's a defensive-minded big man who can defend the 4 and 5 position. And he's also got a very reliable mid-range jumper.
Butler attacking. And the Bulls with another miss.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up. It's been a solid outing for LeBron. He has 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc. And for Taj Gibson at 6'10", a 7'4" wingspan, that length helps make him disruptive. An excellent defender and shot blocker.
Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Chicago. And Gibson very mobile, able to cover ground defensively.
Yeah, he's got a slender build, Kevin, but he's a worker in the weight room. Slight and light, but Coach Thibodeau says he's the team's hardest worker and he's getting stronger.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
LeBron outside. Lets it go from 11. That's good. LeBron's got 11.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Here's Gibson. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Still anybody's game at this point.
No question, and this becomes a very big possession here. That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Chicago leading. Dishes it to McDermott. Takes the 3. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Heinrich's got his 3rd assist on the night. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. From deep LeBron. Shot is no good. And in Chicago the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. 1:41 left in the 3rd quarter. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. James has got 16 points.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Chicago calls timeout.
Well, we can talk all we want about LeBron's incredible skill level. That would be a day-long conversation. But he quite simply could be the most incredible physical athlete that I've ever seen, certainly playing basketball. And you could maybe take that to any sport. Strength, size, speed, endurance, quickness. He's got it all. And he brings the mentality that the great ones had.
.112 left to play in the 3rd. 5 on the clock. All sorts of time. And again, it's Cleveland. 59 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game. A potential momentum builder.
LeBron drives in. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Kirk Heinrich in his 12th season out of Kansas. Remember covering this guy in college. Still a quality defensive combo guard at 6'4", tremendous IQ and anticipation really helps him at the defensive end. And he's, I think, a little underrated offensively, too.
Irving's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Heinrich playing big numbers for the Bulls last season. But Steve, his shooting percentages have started now to tail off over the last few years.
You know, I think his defense is really what keeps him on the court at this point, Kevin. Offensively, still a good playmaker and a decision maker, but he's not going to be a big scorer.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. On its way from Irving for 2, and that's an air ball. Not even close.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
And the shot is good.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the finish, guys, this is where you know you are right on the money with that pass. Look at that. Perfectly timed.
D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Pau Gasol is out there with Mirotic, and it's Dunleavy in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
And it's Rose penetrating, tries to save it. And Mirotic kicks to Rose. No luck. Great D that time from Love. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Irving. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Irving's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Cavs. Rose with the ball. And here we go with Waiters. Running it up the court.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until they prove they can stop him, I mean, they ought to continue to pound it in low.
Outside Rose. Oh, that's blocked. Outside Irving. Wasted no time on that one. Irving's got 9 points now in just the second half.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Joakim Noah's checked in for Mirotic. And the Cavaliers call time here.
And often you can learn more about a team when they are unhealthy versus when they're at full strength. And last year, I thought the Bulls showed they are not and have never been a one-man show. It's all about everybody contributing to them.
Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Chicago. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. He talked about their problems at the free throw line, but tried not to make too big a deal out of it. He said, listen, if we keep getting to the line, the ball will start going through the net. The important thing is keep getting there. Maybe that'll take a little pressure off them, guys.
Outside Butler. Back to Gasol. He kicks to Dunlap. All sorts of time, and right through it goes. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Well, he found the open man on the perimeter and got the ball to him.
And Kirk Heinrich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Irving attacking, and the layup falls. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, you don't expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Heinrich passes to Gasol. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Heinrich kicks to Butler, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
This is what you love, guys. Superb defense. Great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
And you just cannot afford to give up plays like that at this stage of a tight ball game, guys.
Hinrich against Irving. Kicks it to Waiters. Outside Irving. Clock at 6. Back to Waiters. He dishes it to Irving. Unloads. And that one hits back iron.
They've done a great job of controlling the boards in this one, Kevin.
And here we go. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Cleveland gets called for the foul. And Clark, as you were saying, even though it's close, they really have had inside presence.
Right as always, partner.
And both free throws good for Dunleavy.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Hinrich with the steal. Noah kicks to Hinrich. Outside Butler. Back to Hinrich. 5 to shoot. Passes it to Gasol. And a great assist by Hinrich as that one goes in. Heinrich's got his 7th assist in the game. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Outside Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And oh, here we go. Dunleavy's got it. The fast break chance. Count that one.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Timeout called. Cleveland. They're down by 11. 1:57 left in the game. Chicago making a switch here. Rose is checked in. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for Verejao. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Jones checked in for Sean Marion. And James subbed in for Dion Waiters.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his 2nd this half.
Outside Rose. There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. Outside Irving. Right side Irving. And the 3 ball is good. Irving's got 9 points in the quarter.
This is incredible. It's been a 3-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Outside Rose. He lobs it up and finished off by Noah.
Surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Yeah, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
Irving from long range. Another miss by Irving. For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the 4th quarter. Really getting it done. There's 45 seconds left in the game. Rejected by Haywood, but he stays with it. Rose attacking, and so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, I think that the Cavaliers need to change their strategy against Derrick Rose.
He has 15 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And some of these passes have been absolutely beautiful, Clark.
And Rose drops them both.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
And a wide open look for James. And the shot falls short this time.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
The first free throw is good. Gasol hits them both. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. James against Butler. LeBron kicks to Irving. Shoots. He buries it. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Gentlemen, I'm here with Pau Gasol. And Pau, what's the mentality that you bring into a game to allow you to be at your most effective rhythm?
Well, I just got to come out really aggressive, just trying to find the boards, just forget about the shots that I can miss, or if I don't get a certain amount of touches, I just got to be aggressive and I got to get in the paint. So that's how I'm most effective, and that's what gets me going too.
Well, you certainly got into a great rhythm, Pal. Thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying, see you next time, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Pau Gasol.
down sailing.
Sponsored by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Golden State Warriors at their home, Oracle Arena. And for Golden State, there's been a lot of discussion about them in the offseason, and even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, watching the teams take the court for the first time. Shaq, let's talk about the impact of Kevin Durant. You know him as a prolific scorer in this league and making progress as an all-around player.
You know, especially on the defensive end, Ernie, last season opponents shot just 28% against him in isolations. It's hard to finish over all that length. Those arms also make a difference in help situations also. He averages over a block and a steal a game for his career.
And you know what else? He's the only guy in the league who can make this claim. Two-time horse champion. Let's get it out to Kevin Harlan.
We have the Thunder as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. The fans are making noise here inside the Oracle Arena for their Warriors. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. We've got a chance here to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the Thunder. Ibaka at the 4 with Perkins at the pivot. Russell Westbrook out there with Jackson. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. From the arc. Rebounded by Bogut.
Well, a huge part of the defensive turnaround for the Warriors has been the improvement in their rebounding. In fact, they were dead last for 5 straight seasons from 2007 to 2012 in defensive rebounding. And in 2013, they went from worst to first.
Here's Westbrook. After the made shot from Klay Thompson, it's Westbrook with the drive. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
It's Curry. Again, Curry missing. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. Durant with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Well, we've come to expect plays like that from him. And still, they never get old to watch.
Here's Jackson. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Outside Curry. Drills the three-pointer.
Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Westbrook, here we go. And yet that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And that's the right call, no question about it. It's one thing to play tough D and commit a hard foul, but it's another to risk hurting your opponent with contact like that.
Yeah, very easy to get knocked off balance and take a nasty tumble when you get slammed into like that.
Russell Westbrook, one of the best success stories when it comes to converting a scoring guard to playing the point. But it's his overall talent that's made him successful. His will, his competitiveness, and his incredible athleticism.
Lets it fly. Again, the Thunder score.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
It's Curry outside. Curry with another miss.
And Westbrook is a phenomenal rebounder and scorer at the point guard position. He gets steals. He really is one of the stat sheet stuffer supreme guys in the league.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Shoots the three, and he gets it to go. Westbrook's got 8 points. And Westbrook every season among the league leaders, Steve, in assists, but also, unfortunately, in turnovers.
Well, with his scoring burden, that's to be expected. But it's definitely an area he can continue to improve.
Now here's Westbrook after the miss from Stephen Curry. And Durant, here we go. And the call will be against David Lee. That is his first foul of the game. And here now the Thunder, leading by 5. Durant for 3. Can't get it to go. And Golden State will come the other way. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Andrew Bogut. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. To the middle. Jackson kicks to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. Lee gets the rebound.
I tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
Oklahoma City, for 2 years running, the only team in the top 5 in the NBA in both offensive and defensive efficiency. That ought to tell you about this balanced elite basketball team.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Lee. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And then for Oklahoma City, Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. Morrow comes in for Reggie Jackson. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And for the Thunder, remaining so consistent despite losing Harden and then last year without the outside shooter Kevin Martin.
Yeah, not to mention, Kevin, the injuries to Russell Westbrook. Give credit to the players and the coaching staff. Again, when you've got a culture of expectation, you've got talent and leadership from the sideline and from within the players, and you've got a chance to weather storms effectively, and clearly the Thunder did that.
And Green with the basket on the assist by Livingston. Green's got his first 2 points of the night.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead him with a pass like that one.
Durant against Barnes. And Durant, here we go. And the basket good.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Here is Livingston looking for his first basket still in this one. And here's Green outside. Good. And that makes it a tie ball game.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
It's stolen by Green. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Rush leading the charge. And there's the contact on the jam. He gets the whistle, but not the bucket, so 2 shots coming up for him.
He got right to the rim, but got hammered once he got there by the defense.
But that was a nice job taking it strong and forcing his way to the line. Well done. You know, this Golden State team is clearly on the rise, but they're not without weaknesses. Bad turnover differential and free throw differential. Both things that have plagued this team.
Perry Jones, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. Now here's Lamb. Fades. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down. Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far to say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk.
I can feel that.
Send a message.
Yes, sir.
A message and put it on the highlight reel for later.
Trips down the breakaway slam. The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throwdown there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. In low to Spates. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They lead by 8. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
Thompson and Barnes, the 2 and 3. Green at the 4 with Lee at the 5. And it's Curry in at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Nick Collison has played a decade in the NBA, all with the same franchise. 4 seasons in Seattle, the last 6 in OKC. And there's a reason they've kept him around. He's a savvy role player, very smart, does a lot of the little things to help you win.
The first one falls.
And the Thunder really are consistently better at the defensive end with Collison on the floor. You know, he's not a big shot blocker or rebounder, but he's outstanding as a help defender. He's able to draw charges. He's always in the right spot at the right time, and he just knows what that defensive system requires from him, and he gets it done.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Morrow. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Collison with a screen on Thompson. Here's Morrow, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. And Steve, the basketball IQ for Collison also seen at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, good passer, likes to play on the elbows. And Oklahoma City likes to run offense through him because of that playmaking ability.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Ooh, that was awesome.
Look out below. Outside Curry. Rejected by Collison. Here's Morrow, covered by Lee. Here's Lamb. The shot goes down, and he gets this game back to even. Lamb's got 5.
The defense sagged off, and, you know, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that 3.
Thompson for the triple. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
And finished off by Collison.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game. A potential momentum builder.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, you look at Jeremy Lamb, physically 6'5", almost a 7-foot wingspan. Jumps well. He's got all the tools to be special at both ends of the floor.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Outside Durant. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Boy, and their offense scorching now. Red hot. They've really turned it on.
I don't think they can play any better, guys. I mean, they are just making it look easy out there.
Here is Livingston. He's covered by Westbrook. With all that Sean Livingston went through with his horrific injury a few years back, Steve, it's amazing just to see him out there on the floor playing basketball.
Yeah, I remember seeing that live. It was one of the most awful things to see on a basketball court, and I just have so much respect for Livingston, the way he's continued to grind it out and carve out a career for himself. He's become a very, very good player. I tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
Here's Westbrook. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Eustace. Back to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Pass to Eustace. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And with Livingston, you know, he had to adjust the way he played after the injury, but was able to pick things up on the fly as he managed to be a contributor on every team that he's been on since the injury. And I think that says an awful lot about him as a player and as a person.
Here's Westbrook. He's got 8. It's blocked.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And now a fast break for the Thunder. The pull-up, and that's good for 2. Westbrook's got 10.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates. Well, with Livingston, as you said, he had to adjust his game a lot after the injury, but he was so skilled coming into the league that you knew he'd find a way to become a positive influence on the floor. He's not one-dimensional at all. He can do a lot of things out there.
And then Durant with the jam.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
And here come the Thunder again. Oklahoma City with a fast break. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Draymond Green comes in for Lee. And it's Rush in for Andre Iguodala. And then for Oklahoma City, Perkins is checked in for McGarry. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Eustace. Livingston passes to Thompson. That's good. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter. Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Green against Westbrook. Throws it up high, and it's slammed in by Perkins.
Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
When you face the Oklahoma City Thunder, one of the things defensively that you have to prioritize is keeping them out of transition. This team is long and athletic, and if they get out in the open court, you're in big trouble.
Here's Thompson. Perkins pulls it in. The Thunder leading by 3. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Here's beyond the arc and then some. Durant's got 12. And the Thunder in the half court, more of a jump shooting team.
And sometimes that can be a backhanded compliment. I mean, you look at their roster, Durant, Westbrook, Ibaka, even Reggie Jackson, you know, all pretty good for mid-range. So they spread you out, and then, of course, Durant's jump shot is pretty much unguardable.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside Westbrook.
That foul is really going to hurt him in the second half. I mean, he's got to sit and may have to be off the floor for a long time, and they'll miss everything he brings to their team. I mean, he's active, he's aggressive, he's smart, he's tough. I mean, they're going to miss his presence significantly.
The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in, and Oklahoma City also making a switch. Nick Collison's checked in for Serge Ibaka. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first half. The shot by Curry, no good.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
outside Westbrook. Clock at 6. Here's Durant. Warriors with the rebound.
This guy's a good three-point shooter, but that was probably from a little bit too far.
Yeah, not what I would call working to get the best shot either.
Curry attacking. And that does it for the first half of play. Thunder out in front as they wrap up the second.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
Thanks so much, Doris. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Jackson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Perkins in at the center. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Rush grabs the miss. Warriors trail by 6. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry attacking out to Thompson. Curry against Westbrook. Looking to get back on track here. And the basket by Curry.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful. Well, as you know, there are polls for just about everything in sports. Last year, Steph Curry was actually voted as the most trustworthy player in the league.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr taking over as head coach of the Warriors, a 5-time NBA champion. His focus is on creating sustained success. He said, we've got a chance to be really good for the next decade. Let's just take a swing every year and be consistent with our efforts, and we'll have our chances. And we get to watch him, Kevin.
Looking to build something that'll last. Thank you, Doris. You talked about trust in Steph Curry. It seemed he was able to trust his ankles a bit more last year.
Yeah, that had been a big concern. Repeated ankle sprains. Part of the reason the Warriors were able to sign him for such a bargain extension. But when healthy, clearly an all-star and all-league player.
Well, Steph Curry, of course, deadly from outside the arc. But last season he tried to improve his ability to get to the rim. In fact, he significantly increased his points in the paint last year.
Durant attacking, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
And for Curry improving his driving ability, he already had the handles, but he tried to work on his strength to ward off contact.
And Kevin, you know, film study is also playing a role in that progression and development. He not only improved his finishing ability inside, he also got to the line more often, a result of being more confident in his strengths.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Perkins. Morrow comes in for Kevin Durant. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Kuzmic's checked in, and it's Livingston in for Curry. Thompson dishes to Livingston. Up and in on the layup. Livingston's got 5 now.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Feeds to Kuzmic, and he throws it down hard with one hand. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts this.
High wire flying out there.
That'll drop your jaw.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game. A potential momentum builder.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Well, everyone knew that the Warriors were going to be a team on the rise after their deep run in 2013. Steve, you saw it firsthand, and they climbed to the ranks of the best in the West in 2014.
Well, they didn't end up where many had hoped, which would have been in the top 4 of the conference, but they were powerful at times and tough to stop. And in the West, you know, they still finished 6th. It just shows you the depth of the conference.
And Lamb kicks to Jackson. Pass to Lamb. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Allison comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Jones subbed in for Jackson.
You know, and to be fair to the Warriors. You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Did you get an assist and a field goal for that? I mean, that was ridiculous.
Stolen by Thompson. And it's the Warriors on the break. Livingston is running, and Jones sends it back. And here we go with Collison running it up the court. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Warriors making a switch here. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Livingston. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Thunder with the lead. Here's Morrow. Now the pass to Jones. Shot clock at 6. A 3-ball. Morrow, no good.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I wouldn't bet against him in that situation next time.
To tie, he lays it in. Livingston's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
What an amazing trick shot to confound the defenders. Oh, man, that's awesome. He's taking them to school right there.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And the Warriors with some changes. Bogut comes in for Maurice Spates. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Then for the Thunder, Westbrook comes in for Anthony Morrow. And Durant subbed in for Lamb.
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
The Warriors have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. It's Curry with the drive, and Durant sends it back. And that will be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Curry outside. That drops. Curry's got 7 now in this quarter. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Curry against Durant. Shot clock at 6. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Warriors have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. Shot and game clock separated by 5. To the inside. It's stolen by Jones. From deep 3-point range. And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Jones. And it's now 22 points for Kevin Durant. Warriors trail by 3. Curry passes to Bogut. From 13 feet, it goes down.
I like the way they're working the ball inside because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots and typically good things happen.
Durant with a wide open look. Can't connect from long distance. And as we finish the third, Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Barnes and Lee are the 3 and 4. Steph Curry's out there with Iguodala, and it's Bogut in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Durant for 3. The Warriors pull it in.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him hit those in the past, but like you said, the defender was on him like glue. It would have been quite a bucket.
Westbrook against Curry. Westbrook dishes to Durant. Shot clock at 6. Left side Durant. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Well contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Ball's knocked loose. The Warriors leading. The drive by Iguodala. Here's Barnes. Nice touch on the back shot.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. The wide open look for Durant. That doesn't go either for Durant. Warriors leading by 3. Barnes kicks to Curry. No luck. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
Even though he isn't having the best of game from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt. Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push.
And refocus, Kevin. You got to take care of your body, and I think we ought to drink some Gatorade here, too. I thought I noticed some slip-ups here the last couple minutes from your end on the play-by-play.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. The game's still in question, but he told his players, guys, this is when it's fun, right? Time is winding down, a close game. This is where you show the preparation and the time you put in. Kevin, we'll see if they respond.
There's the foul. It's on Jeremy Lamb. That'll be his second foul of the game. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Barnes. Outside Curry. Dishes it to Iguodala. That 3 off the mark.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
Lamb. And that misses. That would have put him up. Golden State's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly.
That feed by Iguodala, really good example of his passing.
And they're trailing by 4. Here's Morrow. Here's the 3. Good.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And there's the call on Anthony Morrow. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Russell Westbrook in for Morrow. And Durant subbed in for Lamb. It's Thompson off the drive. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Collison's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jones kicks to Durant. And it's blocked by Bogut. There's the dish to Iguodala.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. To tie it up. Goes back up. Early shot attempt. Durant with another miss.
Been a tough quarter for him. He has not been able to make a shot here.
And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Iguodala. Now it's a 5-point Warrior lead. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Durant's got 12 points here in the second half.
Boy, what a rough 4th quarter so far. 1 for 7 from the field. Wow.
It's Curry with the drive. Thunder with the rebound. Collison's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Thunder trailing by 3. Outside Durant. Outside Durant. Again, Durant missing.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Westbrook with the block. Here's Curry with the 3. Durant with some nice D. The Thunder shooting well. 50% from the floor. To the middle. Here's Westbrook. Oh,
how about that basketball fan? Beautiful. Wow.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen him.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
There's 53 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And Durant gets double teamed. Down low. Kicks it out to Jones. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Curry with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Rejected by Westbrook.
Well, it's still within reach.
Yeah, but their offense, Steve, needs to be just about perfect from here out.
Connects. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
Timeout called by Golden State. On the Thunder with some changes. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Baca comes in for Nick Collison. And it's Jackson in for Jones. Durant with the steal. And here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop.
Oh, what a clutch shot. That could be the difference maker.
Big moment in this game.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're losing by 2. We got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Curry. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Wow, huge shot. Listen to this crowd.
It sounds like a rock concert in here.
Well, they've been waiting to explode all game, and they finally got a reason to do so.
From downtown, count it!
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
And here comes Iguodala. Curry passes to Thompson. Right between the eyes. And oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
Natural response.
And we'll say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
For 3, Durant buries the triple.
You got to make a defensive adjustment here because he's just destroying them from 3-point range.
Well, even when they've closed out on him, Steve, he's knocking them down.
And a chance here to send it into overtime.
Need a 3.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome. This team kept their emotions in check and got it done.
And now we send you down to Doris Burke courtside, who's with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Kevin, this game a tight one and perhaps a little bit more closely contested than people expected. Was this the sort of game that you were anticipating?
Well, everybody's going to bring their best against us. And we just try to come out here and play hard every possession. We had some mishaps, some slip-ups, but I think we did a good job of bouncing back.
Kevin, thank you so much. Guys, always a challenge in the NBA. Back to you at the table.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Rockets in Houston. And for Houston, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. I don't know what you can possibly say about Kevin Durant, who's the MVP for 2014, but he's got all the skill, he's got the humility, he's meant everything to Oklahoma City.
He knew nothing about the city before the team moved there. They're lucky to have him, Ernie. He's a great community guy.
We're live, the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. So the Rockets win the tip. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Durant outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Reggie Jackson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Perkins in at the 5 down low. Rockets led the league in three-point attempts last year, guys, after tying for the lead the season prior.
Well, the advanced stats community sees the three-pointer as the best shot after a layup. I'm not sure I agree entirely, but the Rockets numbers crunchers have kind of established that, and as a result, the coaching staff has given the players the green light.
On defense, Houston. Durant wide open, he fires, and the Thunder another 3.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And Harden wide open, he shoots, and another 3 for Houston.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Durant wide open, he fires, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. Knocks it loose. Howard dishes to Ariza. Houston moving the ball around. Harden has a wide open look. Here's Howard. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Howard's got his first points of the night.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. It's Harden with the drive, and as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here.
He has no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Stolen by Jackson. Westbrook can't get it to go.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them. Well, you look at Patrick Beverly, and I think he embodies the phrase Chicago tough. And he's relatively unknown growing up and hooping in the playgrounds of West Chicago. He's always played the game with an edge, though, and that served him well as an NBA player.
Now here's Westbrook. He's covered closely, and there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Here is Durant. 9 points in the game so far. For the 3, and Jones pulls it down.
Well, Beverly learned pressure defense back in high school as the lead guard in a 1-2-2 press. To prepare his team to play that way, his coach had them running stairs, running around the school nonstop for an hour every day. And Beverly still fanatical about his conditioning.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Yeah, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
And that one's good. Howard's got his second bucket of the game to go. And so Patrick Beverly, taken in the second round in 2009. Clark, the final cut of training camp by the Miami Heat. He spent the next 5 years playing in Greece and in Russia.
You're right, Kevin. Those are physical leagues where they allow a lot of contact. His defense was how he survived. And even now, that's his bread and butter. That's how he plays. He defends.
Now here's Durant, following the miss by Terrence Jones. Durant with it. He's picked up by Ariza. And that one's good. Durant.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Kicks it out to Ariza. Feeds it to Beverly. Fires the 3. Thunder with the rebound. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Puts up the baby hook. Durant against Jones. And Durant, here we go. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That's what I like, a nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
Just a tremendous athlete, guys, able to go up and finish over everybody defensively, even the big guys down low.
Houston making some changes. Jeff Adrian's checked in for Terrence Jones, for James Harden. And it's Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Perkins. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Lamb in there for Reggie Jackson. Perry Jones, who's checked in for Oklahoma City. In low to Howard. There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
Boy, their struggles continue. Turnovers a major factor.
Yeah, and a little too casual, a little Joe Cool here to start the game, and that can be problematic.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly. The Thunder were the second-best road team in the NBA last year. Normally, a jump shooting team might have trouble on the road, but they are just that good.
Jones slams it home.
Good work to tack some more points onto this lead.
Those are the kind of possessions they can build on and begin to pull away here.
Here's Cannon. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Lamb passes to Adams. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Ariza. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
Well, that's the best way to get that early offense, Clark. As soon as you come up with a steal, just sprint the other direction.
The Rockets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And the foul goes on Isaiah Cannon. That is his first foul of the game. .43 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Lamb with the ball. He's been patient so far, and nothing yet on the scoreboard. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Here is Daniels. Oh, good on the three. Howard. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Rockets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That free throw, no good.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. The Thunder leading by 6.
And that's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. They'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Well, you look at the numbers from a season ago. This team shot about 81% as a unit. Very impressive.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for them. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Johnson goes in. No good. Good work defensively by Jones. Here's Adams. Here's Jones. Deflects the pass. Up in time. And that's not going to go. The scoring. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And ways to score. Playing well here, Steve.
You know, All-Star games until last season, the new balloting system with 2 backcourt players resulted in Blake Griffin and Kevin Love in the starting lineup. Howard felt slighted. He thinks that centers are kind of getting the short end of the stick here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Thunder, Ibaka and Collison, the duo inside. Russell Westbrook out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Durant in at the small forward position. And you remember Howard last season created a mock commercial asking people to save the centers.
Yeah, you know, as usual, Dwight Howard finding a way to have fun with it in bizarre fashion. That's part of who he is. But I think the underlying issue is a true one. The age of the lumbering pivot man in the NBA seems to be slowly going towards extinction.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, there's no doubting that center Steven Adams came to the league ready to rumble. As Kendrick Perkins put it, he acts like he grew up on the farm chasing hogs. But Adams said it had more to do with growing up playing rugby. He said it was, quote, a combination of that and trying to survive against my brothers and sisters. Keep in mind, he's the youngest of 18 siblings, Kevin.
He doesn't mind taking some licks, Doris. He just keeps coming. Thank you. The Thunder leading by 8. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Outside for Jackson. Durant attacking. And he gets it to go.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Johnson. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Perkins, he's checked in for Nick Collison. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Thunder.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively, they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Rockets. Rockets trail by 11. The Thunder, and especially Kevin Durant, seem to be on the clock for when are they going to win a title, but they still haven't closed the deal yet.
And, Kevin, there's no guarantee that you'll win a title. Even if you are a really good team with star players, it just doesn't always automatically happen. I mean, that's not a given, even though they're chipping away at it and have made some great progress over the last 4 or 5 years. Those things are hard to get.
And to your point about the Thunder, I'm not sure if they're missing anything roster-wise. Up and down, there are very few holes for this team.
And, you know, going back to what you said about the Thunder, they have the stars and the depth, but maybe adding a few more veterans here and there could help them stay tougher in close games. I think that's the one area they're looking to improve in, more veteran leadership and toughness.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 9. Outside Durant, and it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
17 seconds.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And Steve, Kevin Durant, truly one of the best scorers, and the statistics would show that league-wide every year, and last season's MVP.
Well, he's improved his game in pretty much every category, whether it's rebounding, ball handling, passing, defense. Incredible to see a player who was already historically great just take his game to another level.
Here's Beverly. That's good. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. Durant with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Ariza against Durant. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Durant's got the lead up to 14 now for the Thunder.
He is really putting his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
And Howard with the stuff.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Here is Durant. Following the basket by Dwight Howard. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. And the Rockets making a change here. Cannon's checked in. Here is Durant. 27 points for him. And that one is hammered home.
How about that? Take a peek at that move. We don't get to see plays like that very often.
No, we don't. You're right. Sailing in off the baseline for the reverse stuff.
Yeah, boy, what a dunk. That is just special.
Harden, that's good.
Boy, he's draining shots from long range. 2 in each of the first 2 quarters.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City.
Well, he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
You know, I don't think you can afford to go through a whole game doing the same thing over and over, and you have to be able to adjust on the fly, just like he's doing here.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
And another 3 for Houston.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
Well, the Rockets were so deadly, Steve, in this building, and a lot of that was because of how fast they would get things going.
Yeah, they would often blitz opponents out of the gate and just manage to lead after the first quarter.
So it's the Thunder now. Trevor Ariza missing from long range. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Daniels, he's checked in for James Harden. Canaan kicks to Adrian. Pass to Canaan. Houston moving the ball around. Ariza goes in. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
You know, as you were saying, the Rockets were great here. Their fast starts here at the Toyota Center helped them win 33 games at home last season.
And stolen by Howard. One-on-one here. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Now that's a momentum shifter there. A steal leading straight to a quick bucket.
Yeah, great way to capitalize on the turnover. Can't waste any time. Get the ball up the floor.
Here's Jackson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. There's 53 seconds left here in the second. And an air ball on that one. Way off.
Well, for the Rockets, they're just so tough to beat at home because they're explosive offensively, and they've got a great crowd. So once they get the lead in their home building, they are tough to catch.
Terrence Jones is checked in for Houston. Johnson comes in for Trevor Ariza. Nick Collison's checked in for Oklahoma City. Morrow comes in for Reggie Jackson. Daniels, no good on the free throw.
You know, there's always a little hesitation with newly formed, star-loaded teams, and you wondered if the Rockets would click early last year. They did, and ended up with the 4 seed out west.
Now here's Lamb. Shot clock at 5. Here's Morrow. And nothing is falling for him right now.
Shot clock is off. This should be the last possession of the quarter.
That's what they should have in mind here.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. Oklahoma City shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. First one falls for him. Houston making a switch here. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And the first half is now in the books. Now the third quarter about to get going. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
As effective as he was slashing to the hoop in that first half, he was even better finishing once he got there.
Those were some incredible dunks we saw. I mean, incredible. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in the last 2 quarters.
Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kevin McHale. Now Durant. James Harden missing on the 3. That is good. Kevin Durant again last season, far and away the leader in points per game. Clark his 4th time with that distinction.
And Kevin, you know, with your study of the game and its history, only 5 players in NBA history have done that. And if you're talking total points over a season, he's led the league in that category 5 straight.
Isn't that amazing?
It really is.
And here is Durant. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Durant against Ariza. Stolen by Beverly. Harden outside. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. The layup missed.
And it's not a stretch to think that when all is said and done, Kevin Durant could be the greatest scorer in NBA history. I mean, ever since his 3rd season, he's led the league in total scoring every year.
Now here's Durant. He's got 32. Shot from 12. Good work defensively by Harden.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Fires the 3. And another 3 for Houston.
And Durant last season setting the 3rd longest streak of consecutive games with 25 points or more in NBA history. I mean, he finished that streak with 41 straight games of 25 or more points. The streak only ending because he sat out the end of a blowout win. Or we could still be talking about that streak.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, James Harden is a pure scorer, but for him to get this Rockets team where they hope to go, I think he has to lead in more ways than just offensively. Really needs to set the example with his defense, his effort, and his unselfishness as well.
Isaiah Cannon, he's checked in for the Rockets. The Thunder leading by 4. On the wing, Jackson. Ariza covering. It's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. Harden left side. Stolen by Jackson. Westbrook kicks to Durant.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Jackson against Harden. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Harden's got 23 points.
And Harden is a great passer. But last season, at times, it seemed like he settled into being a ball stopper. So talented, so gifted offensively. He's an excellent offensive player when he's isolated. But this team has so much offensive talent. I think they're best served to keep that ball hopping. And that goes for any team, but clearly a team that has the weapons that Houston does.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Rockets trail by 6. Here's Canaan. The 3. And another 3 for Houston. And you think of the superstar 2 guards who have won titles over the years, whether it's Kobe Bryant in Los Angeles or Dwayne Wade in Miami, Steve, they've all gotten after it defensively.
Yeah, and I think that's where Harden has to take the next step, in my opinion. When he's locked in, he's great. You know, he's got the long wingspan, he's got the strength. It's just about having that focus and that energy, that intensity that you need at the defensive end.
Now a timeout called by Houston. The Rockets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. Cannon dishes to Harden. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. And that one's good. Harden's got 13 points in the second half.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
And stolen by Ariza. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And the Rockets making a change here. Daniels is checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Steven Adams comes in for Kendrick Perkins. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Durant against Ariza. 6 on the shot clock. Westbrook kicks to Durant. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 41 points for Kevin Durant.
You know, everybody knows that the Thunder are a good offensive team, but the reason why is they have such balance offensively.
Oh, how about that basketball, man?
Beautiful.
Wow.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Nick Collison's checked in for Serge Ibaka. Ariza outside. Lets the 3 fly. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got his 4th rebound in this one.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, they're fighting for every loose ball, putting a body on somebody and going after the rim.
And the call will be against Nick Collison. That's his first foul. Johnson, he's checked in for Isaiah Cannon. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Oklahoma City. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Dwight Howard joining a great lineage, Steve, of Houston Rocket big men over the years, from the great Elvin Hayes to Moses Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon, to Yao Ming. I mean, what a litany of wonderful players in the history of that franchise.
Yeah, there was that great photo at the press conference a couple years back when Dwight signed with Houston. The photo included a lot of those former Rocket big men. And I think it's a good fit. He seems to be very comfortable in Houston, and he's part of what is a really good young club.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Houston. Pass to Johnson. There's the feed to Beverly. Johnson outside. Daniels passes to Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
And the Rockets hiring Hakeem Olajuwon to work with Dwight on his moves. Between the Dream and Kevin McHale, that's a wealth of post-scoring expertise from Howard to draw upon. But again, those two guys did it at a Hall of Fame level. Dwight has that potential, but will he put in the work necessary to grow into that type of low post score?
And Kevin McHale has worked with Dwight on trying to stay low and exploit his quickness advantage, beat his defender to the spot, and then power through for the finish.
Johnson outside, jacks up a 3, whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Careless play there. You've got to avoid those kind of turnovers.
Yeah, you really do, Steve. I mean, those really take a toll on you. They deflate any kind of rhythm you're trying to build.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
Boy, still waiting for their first miss from the foul line this half.
100% since halftime, is that right? I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon if that keeps up.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The 3 from Johnson. And it's Johnson again missing. Morrow kicks to Westbrook. It's hauled in by Beverly.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
On the way, Johnson launches a 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Thunder lead by 11. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Rockets trail by 11. So for Oklahoma City right now, backcourt tandem, Westbrook and Jeremy Lamb, Ibaka and Collison, the duo inside. And it's Jones in at the 3. And here's Harden for 3. No good. Excellent D that time from Jones.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
The Rockets making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Reggie Jackson comes in for Jeremy Lamb. Left side, Westbrook. It's a big height bounce and goes in. And the Thunder lead by 15.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Jones. For three. Harden, no good. The Thunder leading by 15. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Ariza against Durant. Deflected by Ariza. Here's Beverly. And he gets the bucket.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Ariza. Trevor Ariza last season was perhaps the best campaign, Steve, in his 10-year career.
Yeah, he played starters minutes, shot a career-high three-point percentage. I think a lot of it, Kevin, was just the combination of playing with good bigs and then also John Wall's emergence as a great point guard. Ariza had a lot of open looks last year.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And you could say that Ariza was in a contract year looking for a new contract, playing for a new contract, but he's upped his three-point percentage for 3 straight seasons. It seems he's put in the work to really solidify that part of his game.
Monty Eunice is checked in for Houston. Jeff Adrian comes in for Jones. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, Kevin McHale had some advice for the team in that last break. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Just 3 to shoot. Denied. And they're able to recover. Another shot. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's Monty Eunice. And there's a nice one-handed slam. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Howard's checked in for Monty Eunice, and it's Cannon in for Patrick Beverly. And Durant, here we go, and he gets it to go. Durant's got 50 points. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. The 3 from Harden, and he gets it to go.
When you're hot, you're hot. This is unbelievable.
The Thunder leading by 12. Right side, Durant. Back to Westbrook. Kicks to Durant. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Durant. And that's now 10 points for Russell Westbrook. Houston's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
It's Durant with the drive, and there's the second dunk to finish it off.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
No, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay, I'll buy that. I'll buy that for now. You know, for a player with his explosiveness, that was ATM time. Cash money, the easy way.
Yeah, that kind of defense is not going to cut it against him.
Cash money. I like that, Clark.
Here's Westbrook. No good. And Houston the other way now. The dish to Howard. Harden against Jackson. Harden the pass to Howard. Canaan kicks to Adrian. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harden's got 34.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. I mean, his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
They get it again. Outside for Jackson. Tries yet again. Durant in the corner. Throws it up high. And the dunk by Westbrook.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark. That beautiful alley-oop dunk.
And it was nice.
Just a gorgeous assist.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're trailing by 13. There's a minute 40 left to play here in the fourth. For the Rockets, Jones checked in for Jeff Adrian, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Isaiah Cannon. There's a minute 40 left here in the fourth quarter. Fires the three, and Durant with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. Jackson against Harden.
James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit, or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
And Harden, a relatively quiet demeanor. Some have even said moody, but clearly he's embraced his new leading role in Houston.
And he said as much himself. He looks at the Rockets as his team, and you can see it in his demeanor on the court. With that leadership comes responsibility, and I think he's ready to continue to step into that.
Inside, out of bounds, Houston takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Puts it up. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
And that's pretty much how this game has gone. They've controlled the ball. Up high and down hard. That's
right. You use it, brother.
The solo alley-oop. That's not something we see too often.
Timed it perfectly. You're right, and caught the defense totally off guard.
I remember Tracy McGrady doing that. First guy I ever saw pull that off.
Good work defensively by Ibaka.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Here's Durant, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Oh, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
And the basket by Jones.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Passes it to Durant. For three. Good. Durant's got 57 points.
Well, they've done a great job keeping the fans out of the game today, and the closer they get to the win, the quieter it gets.
Yeah, we call that the sweet sounds of silence. They're going to savor this win as well they should. Every road win carries a little extra reward.
Perkins with it. Outside Durant. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
Fourth team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Jones. No good on the quick three. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan Player of the Game. Doris, take it away.
Hi, Kevin. Well, much will be made of the scoring that you had here, certainly. But can you describe or put a value on the contributions of your teammates?
Well, it's a team game. Everybody has to come to play. Everybody played hard in the second half. We stuck together, so we stay continue to do that.
A solid all-around effort. Thank you so much. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Durant.